And good morning, everybody. It is Fabulous Friday featuring Karl Smith as we talk about hypnosis conferences. Karl, another Brit, go for it. Tell us the importance of going to hypnosis conferences. What do people get?
So I've been going to hypnosis conferences now, 16, 17 years now. And one of the key things is a lot of people, you have to find the right conference for you, and you have to find out if those people are with you as well. And you have to find out, it has to align. And a lot of people know what I mean by that. But the key thing about it is the key thing about going to a hypnotherapy conference is the networking ability. I started my career I started my career in 2007, I think it was. And I was really knocking around the villages, just trying to find people in my local area. And it wasn't until I was given a great opportunity, amazing opportunity by a fellow hypnotist who's recently just passed away and a very good mentor to me, Jonathan Chase, who gave me a great opportunity to go to Hypnothoughts Live, which is the one in Las Vegas, for those people who don't understand. And I know we're here for the Mid-America, but they won't mind me talking about that. But the key thing about it is that I went to Hypnothoughts Live, and Hypnothoughts Live did something for me. It expanded my knowledge. It expanded my network of people, and also my confidence. And that's what the Mid-America, all these conferences do it. There's only 3 conferences that I bother with, and that's HT Live, Chicago, and it'll be our Irish hypnotherapy one that we do. They're the only 3 conferences I worry with. And the reason being is because they align with what I believe, and they align with my beliefs, values, and the way that people should act. So the key thing is that, with conferences, it's really, really important that you pull out the stops, and you don't just hang about in gaggles, and you approach people. For those people who don't know me, I'm a legend in my own weekend. It's only because my face is on YouTube all the time doing stuff, and I'm doing interviews and things like that gets you that problem. Same as with Mike Mandel, same as with Freddie, and same as with Anthony, and same as with Melissa. And all, we're always in the forefront of being in the front of stuff. And a lot of people say to me, I didn't want to speak to you because we're no fucking superstars. We're not superstars. Oh, by the way, I swear a lot. But just come up and talk to us. And we're always freely available there to talk to you. And it's not just about sell. Well, it's not for me, and I know for a lot of my other colleagues, but it's for some. But the thing is, it's not about sell. It's about meeting people. It's about networking. It's about building up that whole global network around you. And I think it's really keen that even if you are brand new, or you're 20 years into this, is that you go to conferences to go meet new people, to get fresh ideas. We all know, we had this brief discussion before we came on air, is that techniques are not new. Nothing's new in this profession. Mm-hmm. The only thing that's new is your personality and your perspective of an idea. My kinetic shift is 7 different things that I've dragged in from different ways and given my own twist to it, which are very unique. That's the only difference. What you want to do is you want to go to conferences and go look at the way people are approaching it. Look at the way that things are done, and and the way that certain individuals, have different perspectives on the way that you would normally do it. Because we have to be brutally honest. My life changed when I met David Snyder. My life changed, absolutely changed. David, I always tell David that, and I've known David personally, for 16, since the first ever Hypnothoughts Live. I'm sorry, I'm talking about Hypnothoughts Live. We're here for Mid-America, but I'm trying to get a point across. Is that he really did change my mind, because I thought that you had to be, and as you just go down the windy road, and as we just let go of all the pressure and tension, that's it. Let it go. And I thought that that's what hypnotherapy was, because that's the way I'd been taught. That's the way I perceived it was. Then all of a sudden, you got David Schneider coming out of the corner. Like, what's the fucking hell happened there? And, and so all of a sudden you're like, hang on a minute. I'm doing it this way. And as you just walk down the windy road, and then you got Dave in the corner going, and you're like, I need to go have a look at that, because if they're getting the same results as I am, but they don't have to act like a damp dishcloth, then what was going on over there. So I went to see David, and honestly, that is where it happened. I don't think if I hadn't have gone to that first Hypno Thoughts Live and remained in my own country in the UK and remained listening to the same old drony bullshit that I listened to over here, I would not have had the international career I've had. It was by going to big conferences around the world, making an effort to go from England to Las Vegas, making an effort to go from England to Chicago, making an effort to go from England to Dublin, which is obviously a short trip, but on the same token, you still have to think about it, you still have to plan it. And I think that that's really important, that you do take that jump, you take that leap. And I think Chicago being a really good networking place as well, and the way that the guys have set that up over there, and some great speakers, you know, they've got great speakers this year as well. And you know, I'm really looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to going. I'm looking forward to catching up, meeting new people, catching up with old friends. And that's what it's like, you know. And, you know, you go there and meet friends. And, you know, for instance, me and Antonio Perez, if you don't know who Antonio is.
I do, yeah.
Your viewers may not, but Antonio, me and him are like brothers. We only see each other once a year, except for last year when he surprised me when he came to England as a surprise. But the thing is that me and him, and he's a total friend. I never met him, and he's an absolute, you know, I love him to bits. He's an arsehole, but I do love him, right? But the thing is, the point being is that's what you're going for. New friendships outside of your own scope, your own personal development, meeting people, understanding people's different ways and thinkings and stuff like that. You know, when I go to the States, I have to change everything in my head to change it into Americanize it, or make sure I don't do certain things that are not Americanized. You know, please, I want everyone to understand that what I'm going to say is not meant to be detrimental. It's for learning purposes only, and to show you how English languages can change. When I first went to Hypno Thoughts Live, I was talking about stop smoking, and you'll get this, Claudia. And I said you can get rid of fags quite easily.
Yes.
England, let's stop everyone before they all rush to the internet. In England, a fag is a cigarette. Right, and you know that, don't you? Yeah. Whereas in America, it can be construed as a different way. And I was sitting there saying it during the lesson. So you have to change, and you have to understand certain things. You know, you have to, when you're talking, you know, my background is being a firearms officer in the police and a SWAT officer. Now, in England, we hardly have any firearms officers. You know, we only have about 9,000. You have that in California. You know, so when I'm talking, I have to re-gear my head to the way that I am. But that in itself has been an amazing learning process, understanding different cultures, different things, and the way that people approach things. You know, it's like in England, I can call myself a hypnotherapist. In America, a lot of people, no,
not in my state.
Yeah, and you can't in your state. So when I'm talking in America, I have to be a certified hypnotist, or talk like and say this is a certified hypnotherapist qualification. Whereas in England, I can say it's a certified hypnotherapy course. In America, you know, I know it's state by state, but you have to learn whether you're a doctor, physician, or a reverend. That's why I went and did that reverency thing down in Florida. Yeah, I went a bit.
Get it.
Yeah, I know. But the thing is that my point is that it's all of these different things that take you out, that give you those learnings, those understandings. You know, I talk to people around here and they go, I'm part of this association, you know, and I'm like, oh, good for fucking you. Really good. Because that does not hold any validation for me, because I'm an international asset, not a village arsehole. And you've heard me say that before. I see myself as an international asset serving the world, not just a village. And that's where a lot of people get stuck. And that's the different mindset for me. And I do think like that. And that's, conferences have done that for me. Going there, listening, understanding. You know, I was talking to somebody in Australia who's going to be coming to I think she's coming to Chicago and a couple of other conferences. But we were talking yesterday that one of the associations in Australia has now raised the bar to 10,000 minimum hours. Is it 10,000? 10,000 hours, I think it is.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, training. And you're like, what? I could teach. So I genuinely, myself, Freddie, Mike Mandel, Melissa, we could teach somebody fundamental basic hypnosis and good hypnosis in 10 hours. So what you're doing in 10,000. But it was very interesting to talk to her last night about her perspectives about different parts of the world. And I think that having that change in mindset, you're sitting there telling people how to have this amazing mindset and about how you can do this, now you can do that. But most therapists don't. They can't see outside their own fucking bubble. That's the problem. The problem is, oh, you can't call yourself a hypnotherapist. Yeah, I can. Yeah, I can actually. When I'm at home, I can do whatever I want. But when I'm in England, it's about knowing and understanding your profession and not being stuck in that little bubble. And I think
I agree, Carl. I was small in England. The only way I could grow was when I came out here, and it was going to the conferences, and you know, and then I grew. Literally, it was like my mind was just blown. And I came along to your presentation, and you were talking about this, and I went. And what I love about you, Carl, is that you say make it your own.
Yeah.
Take it, make it your own now. Put your own stamp on it. Put your own personality on it.
Yeah.
So I did.
Yeah.
And I use this. I say every time I got this from Karl Smith.
Yeah.
But I explain it the way I explain it, and you explain it the way you explain it.
See, the key thing that a lot of people get themselves caught up with, I want to be an Ericksonian hypnotist. I want to be an Elmanian hypnotist. Well, Erickson, God bless him, and Dave Ellman, and sadly just lately Larry, they've passed away, but they had their own personalities. They were personalities. For Milton Erickson to say he was never a performer or a stage hypnotist, that was incomplete. He used to stand on stage and perform in front of people. He wasn't actually like people who stand and make people do things on stage like we can all do, but on the same token, not that realm. Do you know what I mean? He wasn't maybe making fun of people, doing funny things with people. He was performing his way of doing it. And when you listen to him, when Milton Erickson famously said that we were lay people, and us lay people shouldn't be near. If Milton Erickson had his way, 99% of the people that are watching this right now would not be a hypnotist in his eyes. But then you look at the factions that you had between Milton Erickson and Ellman. Ellman was very much from the vaudeville days, and he came up from being a presenter, being an actor, and when he started working on radio, his vocab came through, and he was able to enunciate and do certain things that were far better, and that's what made him a great hypnotist. But yet again, when you listen to his radios, when you listen to Dave Ellman, the old recordings, he was a performer, and that's
a hypnotist. First of all, he was a stage hypnotist.
He was at vaudeville. Yeah, he was. Yeah,
he's brilliant.
And the key thing is but they're performers, and that's the key thing there. And it doesn't mean that you all have to be like, la-da, here I am. You have to have a personality. And if you look at all of the trainers that we hang around with, that travel around the world with me, and we do all our stuff, we go here, we go there, we go there, we go here, they're all just got the big personalities. And that's what it is. Nobody's any better. Nobody's any different. It's just a case of they just got a bigger personality. But that is drawn by, if you look at all of those people there, I've taught in everywhere in Europe. I've taught everywhere. I've taught in America, Canada. I've taught in fucking Australia. I haven't done New Zealand. That's next year. But I've taught in Thailand. I've taught in Nepal. I've taught in India. I've taught in. It just fucking goes on. But the thing is, that's in person, by the way, not Zoom. But the thing that's been able to make me do that and understand my profession even more is by networking and going to the big events and understanding why you've done that and why did you apply this and how did you do this and all of those things there, and meeting people and making new friends. Like I mentioned about Antonio a minute ago, I've met some cracking people on my journey.
I agree. I've met some of my best friends, and I love it. I love when I get to see like family. And Karl, you inspired me so much, because actually when you were telling me you were going to Kuala Lumpur, you were doing this, and I thought, that's what I want to do. And actually I have been going international at the moment. Some of it has been by Zoom, but I have been invited to go to India to train teachers to help the children through trauma and things like that with the soft approach of the bunny talk process. So it's
you've got to get out there, and you've got to visit the world. You've got to do things. And I know we're here for the Chicago conference, But on the same token, I just think it's only right that people understand why you should go, not just sit there and go, oh, go, 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 go. You've got to understand the meaning and the rationale behind why you're going to put some of your hard-earned money and invest in yourself. And do you know what my advice would be? Is if you are on and you aren't earning a lot of money at the moment at hypnotherapy, save up. Honestly, save up, and make sure you get there and make sure you go, because I'm telling you, and not. I know I'm going to do it again. Not just because of Chicago, anywhere, but make sure you just get to a hypnosis conference, because it will change your mindset. But we're here for Chicago. We're here for the Mid America one, and we're here to talk about that. But on the same token, I just thought it's only right that we give a rationale why you should go. You want to be a global asset, not a village arsehole. I've always said that to people. Be a global asset, not a village arsehole. As soon as you change that, you can't. And it's a personal thing for me. We've got therapists out there. Yeah, I'm going to make you the best. All right. Well, we want you to do something that's going to better you. Oh, I don't need to do that. I'm a therapist. I stand on a pedestal and tell people what to do. That's because you're a fucking idiot. And that's the point, you see, is that there's a lot of therapists out there that aren't prepared to make changes themselves. They're prepared to tell other people what to do and how to change, but they're not prepared to change. I consistently do things every single month. How can I change? What can I do? And that is, what am I going to do next year? Well, then I spoke to the guys talking about Chicago, and they said, there's a spot. Would you like to do? Of course I would, because it's a new bank of people, a new bank of friends. Supporting somebody who's got a new conference, well, not a new conference, but somebody who's taken over a conference, and then just literally helping them out at the same time. That's why we're here today.
Yeah, and asking those questions. So what I heard then, Karl, you actually ask yourself those questions, the same questions that people ask you. Before we went on, I actually asked you quite a few questions, and you helped me. And it was like, oh, yeah, great. And so, Karl, at the Mid America Hypnosis Conference, you are presenting. What will you be presenting on?
Well, I think there's enough people with enough ideas with therapeutic interventions, and once you've done as much as I have, and this isn't meant to sound arrogant, I've done everything. Do you know what I mean? I'm just bored of it now. When you get to a point of saturation in your career where you understand why things happen, you spend all this time trying to learn all these different techniques, and then all of a sudden you realize it was actually this simple, and all you had to do is do this, and this, and you had the same fucking technique anyway. Anyway, it's not detrimental, because I've got my own technique, and you've got the bunny, and there's loads of other people. But my point is that I'm not going there to do techniques. I'm going to talk about something that most therapists hate, and the reason why they fail. Most hypnotherapists fail because they don't understand marketing. They don't understand how to build a presence and a portfolio. And that's really where I'm talking. I'm going to be talking about building a presence, building a portfolio, and showing people what you can do and what you are. We when we discussed this before coming on air about niching, however, whatever county or state you're in, when we're talking about niching, it's very important that I work specifically with military and emergency services personnel, because that's my background. I was in the military and I was in the emergency services, and predominantly that's my background, because they like me telling them to fuck off. They love that, right? My clients love that direct hypnosis.
Yeah.
Whereas that's a personality thing, right? So basically, because of my working with that, but I show everybody what I can do. And I think it's really, really important that people understand that you may niche in a certain arena. That's brilliant. You may niche in a certain arena, but you still should show people about the complexities of what else you can do. And that's really vitally important, that you show a portfolio of everything you can do. Anything from showing a simple hypnosis induction to working with, I don't know, pain-free tattoos. There's loads of them on my YouTube channel. Pain-free tattoos, depression, anxieties, you name it. I think it's a COVID. They're all on my website. They're all on my YouTube channel. And it's a massive library. So when people type in, like I said to you earlier, when people type in, can hypnosis help with COVID? Bang, my videos come up, because hypnosis helps COVID. Those type of things there. So when people are typing it in, they're not searching Karl Smith, they're searching for the solution. And then I turn up as the solution. Does that make sense to what I said to you earlier?
Yeah, absolutely.
You don't want to be selling, you don't sell them the remedy. They want to know they want to know what it is that, can hypnosis help with trauma? trauma hypnosis. You know, they're my titles. So about marketing, it's one of the biggest things. I see people spending tens of thousands of pounds on fucking course after course after course, looking for this golden fleece of bullshit. And I'm like, you've got the skill sets, you just lack the confidence because your trainer didn't give you confidence. And you also don't understand that if you've done a foundation course in hypnotherapy, you've already got the core skills already. What you need to do is understand marketing.
Yeah.
And I never ever buy marketing off of hypnotherapists. Never, ever do I buy marketing advice off of hypnotherapists. I'm not selling marketing advice out there. I'm going to be giving advice of where to look and how to find it and why you should be looking at a bigger realm than just inside your own sphere, because they're all saying the same thing. And sometimes, and I'm going to say this out fucking loud, some of them are selling you funnels, and most of you ain't got products. Oh, I've got a funnel. Yeah, what are you selling them? I'm getting to that bit. Oh, so you've gone and bought the fucking engine, but you forgot to buy the rest of the car. Do you know what I mean?
Or create it. Yeah.
No, I had somebody yesterday go, I've just gone and got this system off of such and such, and it's got this click funnels, this and I said, so what are your products? Where's your online platform to sell them? Well, I haven't got that far yet. So, right, so you've recorded your product already? No. So what's your ClickFunnels for? So you're spending out all this money on ClickFunnels and all this other stuff, and you've got nothing there. When, you can build a career. This is where I'm going. You can build a career for free by just using YouTube, the second largest search engine in the world. And that's where I'm going to be. And that's what I do. That's why I told you at the very beginning of your career to get your ass out and just start doing the videos. But on the same time,
and I am, but I need to make things better, and that's okay, because I ask the questions.
What is it about? It's like going to vidIQ. My advice to you is, and your listeners, go get a thing called TubeBuddy or vidIQ, VIDIQ. Go have a look at those two products there. TubeBuddy, you're trying to write it down now. TubeBuddy and vidIQ, they're SEO or SEO tools for YouTube. The second largest search engine on the planet, and nobody's using it as it should be.
Okay.
vidIQ and TubeBuddy, they offer optimization. You may look at it and go, I would never do it like that. That's none of your fucking business whether you do it like that. It's what people are looking for. It's like things like answer the public. Another thing there. When people say to me, I don't know what to talk about. Answer the public. Go to answer the public and type in hypnotherapy. What can hypnotherapy help with? You only get one. Keep writing it down again. You only get one search engine. You only get one search engine a day, right? But answer the public. Type in there. What can hypnotherapy help with? It will give you 500 fucking videos. 500 videos. All you got to do is go away, read one, and go. Let me just spend an hour researching that. Do a 3-minute video on how hypnotherapy can help with anxiety. How hypnotherapy can help with those things. There. That is where I'm going to be going down a rabbit hole. Down in Chicago, and that's
there you go. You can take
well, I tried nicking the last bunny. There is a photograph on my phone.
I know.
I actually took a picture of it in the toilets, didn't I? And then
I know, that was very nice. my poor big purple bunny rabbit. Yeah. He's in my bedroom. Yeah.
No. Anyway, that's the thing is that the key thing is that go on, Piggy. If nobody's ever met Claudia's little inner piggy, then here it comes. So the key thing is about marketing, doing the things that people don't want to do. They're all like, oh, well, I've gone and got a certificate in this, and I've got a certificate in that, and I've done this, and I've done that, and I've done this, and I went on this retreat, and I did this. Which, well, fuck all. I'm going to leave it on that. Is that you can have the best product in the world, but if you don't tell anyone, it gets pretty fucking lonely.
Yeah, I'm doing my best, Karl, but I need to do more. And there's always something, I love having you on here. I love getting to chat to you. And yes, I get to see you in Chicago. So
I know that we went on a tangent, but on the same token, I think it's really important, instead of just coming in and going, Chicago. Oh, I can't wait for Chicago. Oh, Chicago. Oh, amazing Chicago. Oh, what an amazing night. You've got to understand why you should be investing. You've got to understand why you should be going. You should be saying, this is why you should be going, and I'm going to be there, and I'm going to be talking shit there.
Yeah, but you won't be. It'll be really good shit.
Yeah,
I've already made notes.
I'm the purveyor of bad news for therapists, because I'm the one sitting there going, market, tell us what you can do. And they're like, but I wanted to do a 5-step reframe on my next course. Like, you're off your fucking noodles, aren't you? Yeah. You're off your fucking noodles. Go out there, do courses, meet trainers. But if you've got basic foundation hypnotherapy training, and you're then looking for people like Claudia to go do the bunny talk, you're going to learn the arrow with Freddie, or you're going to learn the Tad James approach, whatever, wherever you are. That's all well and good. But use them to bolt on. Don't use them as the golden fleece. There is no golden fucking fleece, right? I've seen tens of thousands of people in my career and hypnotized tens of thousands of people. There is no golden fleece. It's about personalities. Hypnosis is about this. Three things can encompass what hypnosis is: belief, expectation, personality. Belief. Do they believe in what you're now about to do? Because if they don't believe in the process and what you're about to do, then they ain't buying into it. Do they expect something to happen? Do they expect a change? Do they expect to notice something? That's second. Thirdly is personality. If you sit there like a damp dishcloth, and as you just walk down the end of the road, you're going to let go of all that negativity, you're going to get the same fucking result as what your voice is. And that's why good hypnotists add that performance. Milton Erickson and Ellman did it. Mesmer did it. Charcot did it. Bernheim did it. It's about performing. And that's what you got to realize. When you understand that this is a performance in theater, when you understand that, then you get hypnosis. And if you disagree with that's fine, but you can lurk around in the fucking doldrums for as much as you want. But we are performers. We are there to do a theater and an exercise with those people to make them think. I agree. And Carlton, don't just think it's when you're presenting, it's actually every session with every client. It's like when I'm in the room, it's like Danny LaFucking-Roo. It's like that. Most people won't believe this, but 95% of my sessions are stood up, eyes open. That fucking frightens people. They're like, you can't do that. Hypnosis is not a state of eyelids, as Jonathan Chase once said. Hypnosis is not a state of eyelids. And once you get that in your big fat coconut, then you understand it. And on that, I shall see you all in Chicago, because we could sit here all day talking about this.
I agree. Thanks for coming on, Carl. And everybody, see you in Chicago at the conference. You will make wonderful friends. Meet us. We're both presenting. I actually have a pre-conference workshop as well on the 16th. So I'm excited about that.
Have we got to say Chicago properly like that? Is that how we've got to say it? Is it Chicago?
I can't say like that.
Chicago. That's because you're a posh English bird, isn't it?
Chicago, yeah.
One. Yes. If those you don't know, when she's drinking and she's like this.
I do not.
Do you know what? Hey, and right, I'll leave you on this, right? Because when they're gonna go. But do you know why people used to put their pinkies out?
No.
Did you not know? This will get people funny, right? This is to do with part of getting syphilis. It makes your fingers bow in. So when you put your little finger out like that, it showed that you were clean. When you were drinking.
Oh, did it? Oh.
Yeah, there you go. So just try and straighten your finger. No, straighten it.
Oh, you're awful. All right.
No. Anyway. That's one is.
All right, everybody. Thank you for watching.
Chicago. Yeah. No syphilis. Chicago.
We'll all be going like that. We do not have syphilis.
Hello.
Your bunny fingers as well and anchor it in. There you go.
Let's see your pinky. Right then.
Anyway, thank you everybody for watching. It's been good fun, and it's goodbye from me, Claudia Ricard, and obviously it's goodbye from Karl Smith. Take care, everybody. Bye. Have a good day.